Hey everybody, welcome to the world premiere of the Annalie music video. We're here hanging out in the studio.
There are some light streaks.
Yes, it's because we have angels
They're for
above our
drama.
heads. Yeah.
Angels. I might have to get up there and turn those.
Or LD. No, we're you guys have already been into this with your questions, and we really want to thank YouTube for inviting us on to premiere the video.
Mhm.
We are excited. You guys that are fan club members got a little sneak peek into the vision of what's coming, but today, for everybody else that isn't a member, this is the beginning of us sort of sharing what's coming this year. Lots of new music. We're going to be doing something we've never done before, which is each month this album is going to be unfolding, and the first song is the song you guys have now hopefully found, discovered, bought, streamed, watched,
Listen to.
Annalie, and so now we're excited to share the music video. Zach, why don't you tell them a little bit about
Let's
the
tell
music
them what
video?
you won. So the songs on Against the World are very different, 7 different songs. And so when we were looking at music videos, we wanted to find some way to kind of bring them together a little bit. So we put them in this sort of wrapper.
Wrapper of a space.
There's an amazing space here outside of Tulsa. It's about 100-year-old power station.
Mhm.
Kind of reminds you of the Where's the Love video. The Battersea Power Station
absolutely.
that we filmed in
Much
there.
smaller, but
but you know,
still large,
very
space.
large. And we built this whole sort of performance space inside it, and it was very cool. And this backdrop of a giant. I really wanted to play Xbox on it. 26 foot.
We set up a huge screen for
Screen.
Zach to do an Xbox game, and then we're like, while we're here, we should do some music videos. So one of the reasons we set up the way we did is you got all these different songs that we're planning to release, each month, and we definitely said we want to do a video for everything. Every song needs its own video. We've never had an album where that's true. I mean, we've begun doing it on our fan club EPs the last couple of years, but historically, you do a single, you do a couple videos maybe, and so we're really excited. It was like, hey, we should have a video from every song. But over the course of a couple of days, we just transformed this space to really give the feel of the different songs.
Yeah,
I
wish we could play a concert in there.
Yeah.
Yes. Well,
Live
it
video
actually, in
screen.
some ways, it is kind of like a concert feeling, though, in a lot of ways. As far
there's-
as like what the experience was doing.
It was a
the
packed
video.
house. We had 17 people in there. It was at capacity.
in about 50,000 square feet.
Yeah. It's like, you can't be here. But it was a lot of fun to shoot this video. We're excited to show it to you guys. But again, part of what's exciting about today is we really are beginning kind of a whole year of finally being able to share a lot of new music. And also, I know a lot of you guys have shared with us, you're also going to join us, we hope, for concerts later this summer too, where we're going to premiere these new songs live, and we're also going to be reflecting on sharing music from past albums. So it's going to be a year. 2021 is going to have a lot of music.
Yes. Yeah. And for everybody who can't come, there's going to be a lot of streaming. So the concerts Taylor's talking about, we have concerts in July, August, September, and October. All will be streaming. So you can watch from wherever you are. I saw somebody saying, hi from Egypt, and different places. So
why don't we talk about the video a little bit that they're going to see?
I think, the thing about the video was setting the stage for the feeling of the song. So it's more warm. It's set in the day. There's this huge screen that's showing all these images of places, like some of the places that we went to while recording the album. We recorded the album in Alabama in Muscle Shoals. You drive from Tulsa through Memphis, across the country, across the South, lots of rivers, lots of sort of warm, old, rusty bridges and things. And so that's kind of the backdrop for the whole video, is that feeling.
And the songs on this album have a lot of different, you guys will discover it throughout the year, different sounds, different textures, but this one is very warm, very inviting, very organic. You have like lots of percussion, acoustic guitar. It's earthy. And so just the feeling of like starting a journey, and like the open fields and the rivers and the kind of like Zach said, we only drove over rusty bridges. But
we avoided all the
working bridges.
There is
working
footage from
cement
us.
bridges.
There is footage from us on the bridge outside of
Florence.
In Florence, technically that's Florence, because there's Muscle Shoals. There's really 4 towns.
Sheffield,
kind of
Florence, Muscle Shoals, and Scumbia.
Yeah, there you go. Man, he's better with words than I am.
Well, let's see if they. I mean, you guys haven't seen the video, so you won't be able to ask us much specifically because you haven't seen it. But let's see if there's any questions that might be relevant. Well, we've got a lot of hello from Brazil. Hello from
somebody
everybody.
says Paul Simon meets Tom Petty. They said it the other way around.
Yeah, yeah. You've heard the song, so
that's what you think, man. We win.
We will. Tom
We
Petty
are winning.
Put those two things
Finally,
in, take
it
to
only
the
took
bank.
us 30 years, but we
Yeah.
finally got the references that we were hoping for.
The different things about these songs. Zach singing lead on the tune. That obviously whenever somebody sings lead, it changes the feel of the song, which is cool. The video production wise, it, like you guys will see in just a few minutes, is a performance based video.
Yeah.
Let's see, how long did it take to film?
Yeah.
That's one of the questions. We can't even see whose names because they're going by too fast. It was over a couple days. We shot videos for the entire 7 tunes. So it was very action packed. This was the first song we shot. And it was also, let me see, it was the first song we filmed video for, and probably kind of set the tone. Because it allowed because the space we shot this video in, you'll see it has some natural light. So we needed to shoot certain songs during the day, and then the ones that were like more moody and vibey, we shot them at night. And so we began the day on the first shooting day with this track because we needed that sunlight. And then we were taking advantage of getting all the textures from the brick wall and stuff you guys will see in the video shoot.
Yeah, a big element of the video is the screen that's on stage with us, and so if you include prepping for that content, it was much longer, but it's more performance based, and so it wasn't so much that it was a long shoot as much it was an endless series of days strung together pre-shoot.
Yes. Exactly, especially for Zach, who did a lot of the screen production.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Lots of questions we're not going to answer. Hello from Rio. Yes. Hello Brazil. Hello everyone in Brazil.
Hello Brazil.
Yes.
I see. Was just a question. How do you come up with the title? And I'm just going to assume it's about the song since
we can talk about the album title.
I just wondered when I first read it. I thought, how'd you come up with the title? I thought Annalie is just a name, a word of name. I didn't know if that was the question, but let's just say it's about the song, and then we can add album. If it makes sense.
Okay. Well, one thing I should say, somebody messaged me yesterday or late last night, and they said, I still think you spelled the name wrong. And it's true. There are a lot of different spellings for the name Annalie.
Yes,
this is more like a Natalie.
Hi, Risha.
Yeah. But the reason this spelling was just because when you look at the different definitions and how the name is sort of described, the description for this spelling of the name was my personal favorite, so that's what we went with. So it's not Annalie, though it probably doesn't even sound like we're saying Annalie in the song. People are going to be like, Emily, come home, yeah.
That was what my 7-year-old daughter
or
thought.
Emily, something like that. You usually sing the vowels and you leave the rest to the mystery. Also
tempo determines how easy it is to hear certain things, certain consonants, stuff like that.
Yeah. So the song is, it's about a journey. You could take it, I think, as simply as a person, in this case, a guy wanting to be with a girl, and man, I miss you, and I want to go be with you, and I want to go on a trip with you.
Why have you been gone? Or something to that effect.
But it really could also be deeper because the meaning of the name is all about sort of grace, about God's grace, and sort of, so you're feeling, it's like a person feeling like they're in search of that peace and that kind of connection to something bigger than themselves. And they're saying, I'll go anywhere. I'll change who I am so that I can be like you, so I can be with you. And
get that feeling of grace.
Yeah, exactly.
And peace.
I see a question, a couple of different questions. Why Memphis? Memphis is referenced in the song, I mean, for a couple of different reasons. Yeah, I mean, one, there's a kind of a musical root to it, and there's the sense of journey.
Memphis is a very musical city.
Yeah.
It's
Memphis soul is definitely like in our lineage and in our history.
Elvis.
It fit into the journey of this album creation, and the journey we went on down to the South, the real South. We're kind of on the edge in Oklahoma. People sometimes call us the South. We're more like cowboys.
We're as much like Kansas City as we are like anywhere else.
Yeah, we went to the real deep South and recorded this record. So there was a journey involved. And that, I think even the visual, there were several references tell us about the train. And the train was it's kind of a good metaphor for this whole thing. There is a sense, like we said, organic feeling, earthy. There's this kind of, this feeling of a momentum and kind of, it feels like the story.
The song has this sort of brushes and snares.
So the sound, it almost sounds like a train to us. And so we, recording this on a live train, that was ruled out. So we found a train. And
we did look into boxcars.
One thing I should say, somebody asked late last night too. I was on Hanson.net answering questions, and they said, what's the significance of the places mentioned in the song? So Union Avenue, if you look up Sun Records, they're on Union Avenue. So the song says, maybe we can try our hand out on Union Avenue.
And Sun Records is Jerry Lee Lewis, Elvis Presley, Johnny Cash.
It's a lot of really important people to early rock and roll.
I just want to give some shout outs and trying to group them as we've gone through. There are, for those of you if you're from somewhere in particular, you haven't already put it up, throw up where you're from. I'm just going to hit. We have the UK, shout out to UK, Philippines, Spain, Russia, Argentina, all of the USA fans. We know you guys. Canada, Brazil, and Israel. Those are the ones I've caught so far.
Yes.
Hello to all you guys. Thank you for wherever you are.
Did you see Argentina?
So back to
Argentina.
Beale Street. So
Beale Street.
Beale Street. I may. This is a little bit more of a.
I'm just gonna say random places in Portland.
But it's
Houston.
It's a place in Memphis,
Ireland.
known for blues. And if I I'll blame my friend from Memphis who told me that was where blues happens in Memphis. But yeah, so the different places,
Belgium.
and obviously Memphis is on a river. Particular river.
I will say too, I always look for like musical references that can support lyrics. And so in Annalie, when you say playing the Memphis blues, and I go, I just thought that was fun for me personally.
Yeah, I
was like, hey, listen, I'm going to play a blues riff after he says the blues.
Yes, there's probably the song is definitely when we started writing it. Honestly, it came more from the very earliest. What was more like a Ben Folds kind of sound.
Mm-hmm.
And as it started to evolve and build into the song, it very quickly became much more of a wow. This could kind of go in a Paul Simon direction, and we all love Paul Simon. He's amazing. I probably have a particular secret, my Paul, my sweet Al. And so it starts to evolve, and you think about the Graceland album in particular. Obviously, came out when we were kids. Was hugely influential. Like, wow, this is what a record can sound like.
Mm-hmm.
The whole album, top to bottom, and so you're just sort of building off of those.
Well, and you also have you have Graceland,
yes,
and then you have the meaning of Annalie, and then you have Memphis, and you have all these different tablatures of musical references and things like that. It starts to kind of play off of a theme in some sense. Hanson writing songs about songs.
Yes.
And artists.
And we did manage to use a cuica in this song, which is really honestly hard to find a way to use in most modern music.
And is that
it's
a
Brazilian? It's a Brazilian drum.
So
it's not really a
drum. We love you, Brazil.
Let's see if there's any other any other names. Before I do that, I'm just going to say...
Can we come to Knoxville after COVID? Sure. Costa Rica, definitely. Massachusetts, depends on how cold it is. No, we'll definitely go to
I like how you wrote all the other countries in Massachusetts.
Further shout-outs, Belgium, Costa Rica, Mexico, Norway, several states, Wisconsin, South Dakota, Bartlesville. What's up, Bartlesville? LA and France. So we're mixing cities and countries and states.
And well, when you think about it, actually, just tweak your mind for a second. We in the United States refer to them as states as opposed to provinces. But when you really think about it, it is quite interesting because a state and a country are pretty much the same thing.
Isaac's gonna go geopolitical on us. Yes.
No, I was just saying, when you think about it, that's actually the definition of state is actually more of a reference to a country.
Okay, guys, we have run out of time. It's almost time to watch the video. We're going to stop. It'll be a minute or so, and then you'll get to see the Annalie video. Thank you for hanging out with us. There will be a lot more of this in the future. New songs every month. We hope you like Annalie, and we can't wait to keep sharing.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. Enjoy the video. We'll see you soon.